The Sculptor of the Storm. In the sun-drenched village of Oakhaven, Zola was known for her wild dreams. While others carved simple bowls, she aimed to capture the very wind in wood. Her hands were always stained with sap, and her heart beat to the rhythm of her mallet. She spent months on a masterpiece for the great exhibition, a soaring eagle that she believed would change her life forever. On the day of the exhibition, the unthinkable happened. As Zola unveiled her eagle, a hidden flaw in the wood caused the wings to snap under their own weight. The sculpture collapsed into a pile of jagged splinters. The crowd gasped, then whispered. Zola felt the sting of hot tears. Her greatest ambition had become her loudest failure. For weeks, Zola hid away. But failure was a persistent teacher. She studied the splinters, realizing she had rushed the drying process and ignored the natural grain of the oak. "I will never make that mistake again," she vowed. She practiced new techniques, her calloused fingers growing stronger and more precise. Failure had hurt, but it had sharpened her mind. Then, a local merchant offered her a steady job. "Just make spoons, Zola," he said. "People always need spoons. They are easy, safe, and they sell." Zola agreed. For the first time, she had plenty of coins in her pocket and a soft bed to sleep in. She was no longer the girl who failed. She was the girl who was comfortable. A year passed, then two. Zola's workshop was clean and quiet. She no longer had splinters under her fingernails, and she no longer stayed up late, dreaming of the wind. She was successful by every measure of the village, yet a strange grayness had settled over her soul. She was safe, but she was standing still. One evening, her old mentor, Kofi, stopped by. He picked up one of her perfect spoons and sighed. "It is a fine spoon, Zola," he said quietly. "But where is the girl who wanted to carve the storm? You haven't made a mistake in a year, and that is your biggest mistake of all." Kofi walked to the window and pointed toward the churning dark waters of the coast. "You are hiding in the harbor because you are afraid of the waves," he told her. "But remember the old wisdom. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. You are becoming a master of nothing because you have stopped trying things that might break." That night, Zola couldn't sleep. She looked at her soft palms in the moonlight. Failure hadn't ruined her. It had taught her. But this comfort, this easy, repetitive life, was slowly erasing her. She realized that the fear of failing again had built a cage around her talent. She was dying of boredom in a room full of gold. The next morning, Zola walked past the spoon lathe and dragged a heavy, gnarled stump of cedar into the center of the room. It was twisted and difficult, full of knots and challenges. She picked up her heaviest mallet and swung. Her muscles ached, and her first few cuts were clumsy, but she felt a spark of lightning return to her chest. Zola began to fail forward, choosing the difficult path over the easy one. She made mistakes, and she grew because of them. She learned that the danger isn't in falling down, but in refusing to climb. Now, I ask you, what comfort is slowly killing your ambition?